Welcome back to Garden Wise Adventures. My name's Malie, and today we're going to talk a little bit about maintenance and what it means in my yard. Now, I can't even remember which video it was, but I will link it here. I discussed how I take care of my property, being a single mom, working full-time, doing other jobs. I have a design company, I do the YouTube channel, and I also have a full-time job. My kids are all grown except for, well, my 19-year-old is the only one home. But there are things that I let go and things that I don't let go. Some of the things that I let go are not on purpose. So today we're going to talk a little bit about one of my garden fails. Now there's very few, if any, weeds on my property right now, but let me show you what happened that I'm really disappointed about. We are in front of my beautiful peach trees. I've got an early Alberta and my very favorite O. Henry, and then I also have a nectarine tree, and I'll go over that a little bit next spring about the Dave Wilson orcharding method that I use with pruning. But let me show you what I did not do this spring like I should have done and what the consequences are. This right here is the base of the only two branches left on my O. Henry peach tree, which means I have not learned my lesson in years past. It is laying on the ground. They're not quite ripe yet. And one of my two remaining branches has split and is unsalvageable. Now, the reason it did this, you can see probably up here and down here, is I thinned the lower half of my peach tree and thought I thinned the upper half too, but I did not. So I have basically lost half of my peach tree. But never fear, I am going to use this, number one, as a learning opportunity, and remember to thin more. And then number two, I am going to cut this branch off once the peaches have finished ripening. Now they will ripen, because as you can see, all the bark, well, through here it's been cut, but at least this part of the bark is connected and it's still pumping sap through to the peaches so that they will ripen. They may not get as big as they would have in the past, but they will ripen. And I will cut that off as soon as I've harvested the peaches, and I'm going to practice grafting next year. I will graft, once again, part of the O. Henry. I will probably cut this large branch back too, and graft several branches to it and start over. Which means, I have an early Alberta planted in the same hole in the Dave Wilson orcharding method. It will also get cut back and just allowed to grow back again. Now here's the next failure I had. I just started a new job. I love my new job, but obviously my time got constrained while I was switching jobs. I looked at my peaches I think it was last Monday. Today is, it's been a week. So I looked at my peaches last Monday, and they were almost ripe. They were really close. They were still a little firm, so I thought, okay, I have another week and I can harvest them. Well, the week came and went. I did not get the time to harvest them. We had a storm, and every single one of my peaches ended up on the ground. There's a few salvageable ones. The rest of them are starting to rot. So I feel pretty guilty about that. I hate wasting food. But this is one of those things that I actually do let go. If I do not get to my harvesting, I will toss the fruit. If I remember in time, I will usually, if I don't have the time to harvest and utilize the fruit that I have, I will contact people to come take it away. Right now, though, it's pretty much almost a total loss, which is unfortunate because I was going to do peach fruit leather this year, which I no longer have time to do right now. So I'm just going to let it go and harvest and start again next year. Here's a view of another area that I let go, and I don't count it as much of a fail as the peaches. I have not yet cleaned out my garden. I have not taken out the dill that's finished with its seeds. I have not taken out the lettuce that is reseeding itself. You know, everything has just kind of been let go. There's no weeds. It's just that everything is pretty much been let go. So every day after work, little by little, I'm going to come out here and just clean up a little bit more of it. I do not consider this a fail because the pollinators have had a heyday. They have loved it. Now, a lot of people say leave it over the winter. I am not one of those people who can leave it over the winter because, number one, it's much harder to clean up in the spring. I'd rather be planting, but then you're waylaid by the cleanup. And number two, the snow has made will have made everything soggy and that much harder to clean up. I like a nice, tidy landscape over the winter. I don't worry about ruining it for the overwintering bugs because it all goes into my compost pile and they can overwinter there. So anyway, this is just a short little video on some of my garden fails. And it's easy just to let it go. It's okay. Now, I would love to hear about any of your garden fails or successes for this year. Every year is different. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. Let me know what you've done this year that worked really well, what you've done to keep up, and maybe a little bit about what you could have done better. And just go out and enjoy your landscape. The weather is beautiful, and this week, while the weather is still good, have a wonderful garden adventure.